A woman jailed for 6 months because she broke a promise to marry. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a Ugandan court sent a law enforcement officer to prison over a failed engagement and what this means for relationships and justice in East Africa. Meet fortunate Kyarikunda, a law enforcement officer at Rubanda Town Council. On Tuesday, March 10, 2026, her life took a shocking turn. Arrested while on duty, taken to Rukungiri, and sentenced to 6 months in prison. But here's the twist. This isn't about a crime you'd expect. It's about a broken promise, a promise to marry. The case stems from a ruling back in January 2023. The Kanungu Grade 1 Magistrates Court ordered Kyarikunda to compensate Richard Tumwiine. Tumwiine is a primary school teacher. He had spent money on Kyarikunda's education. The court said she owed him Sh9 439 100 for the expenses he incurred while she was studying, plus 1 million shillings for general damages, for psychological anguish, for inconvenience, all because she promised to marry him and then changed her mind. But here's what nobody's talking about. Kyarikunda never filed a defense. She lost the case by default. She claimed she never received the summons. She said her phone was being used by her sister, Rona Adequasa. She filed petitions to set aside the judgment. First in February 2023 before the same court, dismissed, then before the Rukungiri Grade 1 Magistrates Court, dismissed again. Despite the court rulings, Kyarikunda remained silent. She didn't pay the money, and the amount kept growing. By March 10, 2026, it had accumulated to Sh14 099 100. That's over 14 million Ugandan shillings. And then something shocking happened. Rukungiri Grade 1 Magistrate Dina Nekesa immediately ordered Kyarikunda to be sent to Rukungiri Government Prison, a civil prison, to serve a sentence of 6 months for failing to comply with the court order. The warrant reads, whereas the judgment debtor has been brought before this honorable court, it was ordered that the said judgment debtor shall pay the sum of UGX 14,099,100. And whereas judgment debtor has neither obeyed the judgment nor satisfied the court that he is entitled to be discharged from custody, you are commanded and required to take and receive the said Kyarikunda fortunate into civil prison and keep her imprisoned therein for a period not exceeding 6 months, or until the judgment decree shall sooner be fully satisfied. Kyarikunda did not comment on the matter. Tumwiine's lawyer, Erasmus Nabamanya of Nabamanya and Company Advocates, welcomed the court's decision. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This case raises huge questions about justice and relationships. In Uganda, a promise to marry can lead to prison time if money is involved. Some say this is about fairness. Tumwiine spent his money expecting marriage. He deserves compensation. Others say it's a dangerous precedent. Can you really jail someone for changing their mind about marriage? The implications are massive. This isn't just about one couple. It's about how courts handle personal promises. It's about the line between financial support and emotional commitment. In a country where politics has been authoritarian under Yoweri Museveni since 1986, this case shows how the legal system intervenes in personal lives. Education in Uganda is administered in English. It has a structure of 7 years primary, 6 years secondary, and 3 to 5 years post-secondary. Tumwiine paid for Kyarikunda's education, but education should lead to freedom, not imprisonment. The controversy is clear. Some say justice was served. A man got his money back through court order, and when she didn't pay, she faced consequences. Others say a woman's freedom shouldn't be traded for a failed relationship. But if she doesn't pay, what's the alternative? The court chose prison. 6 months or until the money is paid. That's the tension. And it leaves us with an unanswered question. Where do we draw the line between financial obligation and personal choice? Do you think justice was served? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news from across East Africa.